All right, we're back with another edition of our little rally cap debates. And after the public restroom debate, we're back with uh,
Great debate.
a
Really, you know
baseball.
what? That was a really good one.
This one's more baseball related. Now, Elliot, do you wanna explain this one? What this one is?
Yeah, so this one basically is if would you trade your team winning a World Series? Would you trade them winning the World Series for them to be sold and moved out of town? They'd still be a team, they'd be a team elsewhere. I am for the World Series. Zach is against. Zach, why are
So
you against?
this is so damn sad that you would have to be for you would have to be for a World Series and they get moved. That's where we are right now. No, but I'm so like I'm so invested in the Reds. Like they can be shitty or good, bad, trash. Like this year has been terrible, but I'm still so invested. I'm still such a diehard that what would I do with my Springs if they were just in Montreal? Or like, what would I do? I guess you could argue, well, yeah, but you could go out on top with the World Series, but that's not worth it because what would I do for the rest of my 40, 50 years, however long I'm going to live? I would,
Yeah,
have, I would have nothing. Like the
well,
rest of
no, no,
my
no,
number
no,
would
no, no.
be
Hear me out. So this is from a Cincinnati sports fan here.
right.
So what we're debating isn't that like crazy. First of all, we're not going to see a championship ever. So let's get that in our minds right now. We're not going to win a World Series when we pay Mike Minor as our leading payroll guy. So that's what we have to work with. Secondly, we haven't won a playoff series in 30 years. So not even a playoff series. So we're already in the 50-year period. So I mean, I almost 30 years. So I mean, that's terrible. Here's my thing. I'd take the World Series. We'd have the parade. It would be great. Yeah, they'd move, and it's the first great team, and whatever. Blah 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 blah. They move elsewhere. You can still cheer for them in St.
Yeah,
Louis. They'll be St. Louis's second team, and
that'd be fun.
well, they'd make them good.
It would be. They would be good.
So I'd
That's
take my worlds. I'd take my World Series. I'd say thank you very much, Reds. I knew you weren't. I know you aren't going to do it again. So I'll just take it now, and you can go. And then I'd have the Bengals, and
yeah,
I'd have the UC athletic program, and
yeah.
then I'd what else would I have? I'd have FC soccer, great team,
Mm-hmm.
historically good,
Yep.
long time here in Cincinnati,
Yep.
and all kinds of other great things. And I can hell. Let's say you don't even want to cheer for them anymore because they won you the World Series. Now you can say just piss off. Well, to
Yeah.
that I'd say now you get to cheer for a team whatever you want. You can cheer for the Yankees. You can cheer for the Mets. Anybody.
But I think it's a different. I think for a casual, like, if you only care about the Reds when they're good, like, then yeah, this might be an easy question. But if you're an invested diehard, that like you like going to games, you like, you grew up with the Reds. I don't know. It just makes it hard to just have to. Oh yeah, they're going to Montreal. See you in
Great
Montreal.
city, great
We'll
town,
see you there.
great
Yep.
town.
You'll have to.
I
I mean,
hope
I
I
guess
hope
it
they
would change
I hope they I hope they do go there. What a great city.
if they moved to Nashville. Maybe you could talk me into this because
Why Nashville?
because
What does Nashville have to do with
it's
anything?
a short 4 hour drive. Maybe you could get. It's still kind of in like Reds country ish. Like maybe you could kind of talk me into
He,
all right, Nashville super country stars. That would be cool. Like
oh yeah.
The Nashville super hot country stars. That I could see like that would
Well,
maybe.
they'd still be the Reds.
But if they'd moved to
They'd be
like
the Nashville Reds.
okay, but they if they moved to like Kokomo or well, I guess Kokomo is closer.
That sounds good too.
But like
Kokomo, the
but
Kokomo Reds.
if they moved to like
Bob,
Vancouver,
Bob, Bob, Bob would give out a free coconut to every one of those games.
I would be fine with
Thousands would
that.
come in for those coconuts. Bobble coconuts.
I just couldn't do it.
Coconut Fridays.
I'm I'm too invested in the Reds for them to move. Even if I guess they
Yeah,
could lose 50 straight years or 100 straight years, and they'll probably, never
well,
win a World Series
yeah. I
anyway.
mean, we're more than a quarter of a way through that bet, by the way. First
Right.
of all,
And
so it's
I well, I guess there's also, they've been bad all these years, but
so bad.
I guess I'm a sucker for pain. So
Great. You know, that was a great reference to a great song from a great movie.
It is a good song, but it's just hard. I would do almost anything for a World Series championship, though. Like a World Series, just knowing I could get one of those,
Yeah.
that would be. I guess
Would
I
be
can only
nice.
dream of it.
That would be nice. You'll never get it here, but you know, elsewhere you could. So that's why you say you take the World Series, you have the party. I mean, let's be realistic. If they won a World Series, they wouldn't do it again for another 100 years anyway.
Yeah.
We don't need to go to Great American Ballpark. No, it'll be Great American Ballpark in Nashville.
So
Nashville, Great American Ballpark.
So yeah, what would happen to Great American? Do they bulldoze?
Yeah, FC Cincinnati would play there. Or the Cyclones.
Where they just built.
You know what? The Cyclones.
Outdoor. That's a good gimmick. First outdoor. They play.
Now they put the dome on. They put the dome on for them.
Oh, okay.
Just the Reds ownership didn't want the dome. Cyclones ownership paid for it.
Well, that was a good spirited debate. I think.
Yeah, I think I won that one. I think
probably an upper hand, but
I think you're a loser.
I do too. I think I lose this because I'm a loser because
Correct.
I'm so invested in this team that's just been terrible for 30 years, 25 years.
Real quick, I've got 5 minutes before I have to go. So Zachary, since we haven't really done a podcast, since there's not really anything to talk about, the team's terrible. We are planning, for everybody listening, we are planning a trade deadline spectacular.
Yeah,
it's going to be a real good one. Yep. We have a lot of guests lined up. It's going to be fun. Going to talk about all the sells we make when we sell all of our fan favorites, the ones that are left, because after last year's fire sale, we have to do it again now. But so we're going to do that.
Yeah, we need the summer fire sale.
Yeah, you got to get both.
The winter fire sale.
The winter fire sale will be more fun. That'll be even better. Donovan Solano 30-year extension.
And then we're just going to be getting better, but in a really weird way.
Yeah, and again, the biggest thing you want to do is avoid those peaks and valleys. But the debate is, now, would you say being 30 games under 500 by the All-Star break, would you say that's the middle? Is that
I think it is the middle, because I think we're about to bottom out after this fire sale.
And after that, would that be the valley? I'm curious to see what his definition of peaks and valleys are. We haven't reached a peak in 30 years. We haven't touched one.
We just reached our peak for the year. We swept the Rays.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's true.
That was a peak.
That was a real fun
time.
We
want to avoid that. So how do we do that? We want to avoid the peaks, but we just had a little peak.
Well, and again, one of the big keys to this is not selling all the good players you have.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the big ones. The other one is not paying Mike Minor $9 million instead of paying Sonny Gray $10 million. That's another one I would say.
Mm-hmm. I would say it's not a wise move. But,
Zach, okay, I've got 3 minutes left. Zachary, what would you say our projected win total would be at this point?
What did I think it was going to be before the season?
What did you think it was going to be, and how far under expectations are we? And I'm talking opening app. Let me do it this way. After the opening day win, what were your expectations?
I thought we would be at around 42 wins, maybe.
Mm-hmm. How many do we have?
30. We have 32.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Almost.
What a disgrace. What a disgrace of a team.
But we aren't the worst team in the National League, so that's a plus.
Who is? Nationals?
Washington. So.
Well, they beat us, so.
They did beat us. But we'll see. It's going to get worse. With the trade deadline. So this is going to get worse. But,
yeah, and again, we're going to talk about it in a future episode.
Yeah.
The trade deadline spectacular. We're going to have a lot of guests. We're going to tell you about all the guys we lost, all the guys we're not going to get. But we have a great farm system. We've got a great farm.
We do have the farm.
Down on the farm. That's my favorite part about going to Reds games now is seeing the segment about the guys you're never going to see. That's my favorite.
Come on. Ellie. We got Ellie.
And the people who are saying the window's 2024, what window are you talking about? Are you talking about like the distorted tint of glass the little tiny crack of glass. Is that a window to you? We haven't had a window ever. This franchise is a joke. One of the World Series we have, the other team infamously didn't care to win. They tried to lose. So
Yeah.
this is where we are, Zach. This is about where we are.
I mean, I think, it's normal to rebuild you're rebuilding the rebuild.
Oh yeah, you got to rebuild it. It's normal for a team's window usually lasts about half a season, right? That's right, isn't it?
Pretty normal.
Yeah.
Standard stuff there. Yeah. Sounds good. We'll see you in 2024.
Good segment. Zach, you were wrong. And that's it.
All right.
Everybody, trade deadline spectacular. Zach, say I love you, and we'll get out of here.
Love you guys.